Good morning, students, and we are going through this lesson that is the Maurya Empire. Maurya Empire, India during the Maurya period. Okay, because Maurya are playing eminent role in the ancient India. They converted India as a one. Okay, before Maurya period there was a different Mahajanapadas, but Maurya conquered them and create a great empire. So there the feeling of oneness started to create to generate in the people from this Maurya period or Maurya empire. And in this process the uh, king Chandragupta Maurya and his successors, that is Bimbisara, and his son Ashoka. Ashoka was a great king. Okay, so here is the information in this point that about the Ashoka. After Chandragupta renounced the throne, he was succeeded by his son Bindusara. After the Bindusara's death, his son Ashoka succeeded the throne. In 273 BCE, Ashoka had appointed the governor of Takshashila and Ujjain before he came to throne. As a governor, he had successfully crushed the revolt at Takshashila. After becoming the emperor of Magadha, he launched a campaign against the state Kalinga. Kalinga occupied the region of today's Odisha state. Emperor Ashoka conquered Kalinga. Ashoka's empire extended from Afghanistan in the northwest to the Nepal in the north to Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh to south, from Bengal in the east to Saurashtra in the west. So here the whole India come under the control of Ashoka. Kalinga War. Ashoka was deeply moved by the bloodshed of the Kalinga War. He decided never to wage a war. Here is the picture. Here is the picture. Look at the empire spread of Ashoka's empire from south. It is near about Tamil Nadu to it whole cover Hindu Kush mountains also. Nowadays Afghanistan. He came to believe that he came to he came to believe that truth, non-violence, compassion, forgiveness were the very important values. Ashoka wanted to spread these teaching among the common people, and therefore he had a pillar edict and stone inscriptions engraved throughout his kingdom. These writings are in the Brahmi script. In these inscriptions, he is referred to as a Devanam Piyodasi, beloved of gods, and who look with the affections. Another inscription states that the 8 year after he ascended the throne, he made the conquest of Kalinga and had a change of heart of seeing the devastations it caused. An inscriptions of Emperor Ashoka at Delhi Topda shows that he had put strict restrictions on the hunting of bats, monkeys, and rhinoceros, and setting a fire to forest. So this type of good measures are done by the king Ashoka. Okay. Emperor Ashoka's work for the spread of religion. So when he accepted Buddhism, Ashoka Buddhism, he had convened the third religious councils on Buddhism at Patliputra. Ashoka sent his own son Mahendra and daughter Sanghamitra to Sri Lanka for the spread of Buddhism. He also sent Buddha bhikkhus to West Asia, Central Asia, and spreading Buddhism. He also built many stupas and viharas. So here, Samrat Ashoka played an eminent role in the spreading of Buddhism whole over world. Nowadays, we also today seen the impact of Ashoka on Buddhism. Okay, and there are more than 10 countries who followed this Buddhism. This China, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Cambodia. In there we found Buddhism public welfare activities. Emperor Ashoka led stress on the creations facilities for the welfare of the people. For example, he made provision for free medicine and medical treatment for the people as well as for the animals. He built many roads and planted trees for shade on the both side of the road. He dug wells and built dharmashalas. So here the public welfare activities was performed by done by this Ashoka, Samrat Ashoka. Administrations during the Maurya period. Patliputra was the capital of Maurya Empire. For the sake of administrative convenience, the empire was divided into 4 regions, each with their own capital. Eastern region Toshali, that is in Odisha. Western region Ujjaini, that is in Madhya Pradesh. Southern regions Suvarnagiri, that is Kanakagiri in Karnataka. Northern region Takshashila. There was a council of ministers which advised the king in the matters of administrations. There were many officers working at the different level. There was an efficient intelligence service which kept an eye on the administrations and on the movement of the enemies. Life of the people during Maurya period. During the Maurya period, agriculture productions had a great importance. Trade and other occupations had also proposed well. There were so many occupations like carving and engraving on ivory, weaving and dyeing clothes, and metal works, black glazed pottery was very produced. Shipbuilding was carried out on a large scale in metalwork. The technology of making from uh, articles of other metals as well as iron had developed during different festivals and functions were celebrated in villages and towns. Dance. So here is the picture. Here is the picture of a lion. The art and literature. During the period of Emperor Ashoka, the art of rock cut sculptures was promoted. The pillars erected by the Ashoka were excellent specimen of the Indian sculpture. There are excellent carving of animals like lion, elephant, bull on the pillars.